me start that. Okay, cool. Do you have your script pulled up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you feel like this week that we have worked on the most, in your opinion?
Uh, well, getting to understand, mostly not just on the script, but how to. Um, you always keep on saying to me about listening, the pain, pretty much motivation, because that's what they'll be probably gonna be giving the details. Let's say they need money for something. So what's keeping them from fixing the house or something like that? So pretty much pushing um, and getting those pains so that they can provide you some details. Because that's gonna be natural once you mention to them. Yeah, the problem is something like that. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll look into sell since you know.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so why do you think those are important?
Well, again, for some reasons, once you mention those things, especially let's say they're having issues with the house, their tenant's not paying, so probably there is no reasons for them to sell the house, but to give it up, and then it's gonna be quite a pain in the ass for them to deal with those people. So if you're there and then you manage somehow to understand that, yeah, it's quite difficult to deal with this kind of people. You're paying some taxes, but you're not getting anything. Pretty much it'll be, oh yeah, um, I'm just gonna let it go. You do what you do, and then yeah, we'll be able to get the house and then make some money.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the things that I want you to take away from these sessions. Understand the reason why we're covering all this stuff. So I'm happy that you're grasping it.
Yeah, it's just that there are times it's quite difficult for me to, to understand, especially on what will be my rebuttals or my response to those kind of things.
Yeah.
So it's actually very good for me to, you telling me probably what you need to do is like this, and then respond will be this one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually a very good thing.
Good. Okay. So you feel like the scripting every day is helping you?
It is, yes. Not in terms of reading the script, but it's more on me understanding the position of the seller or pretty much the caller, because you always mention to me, okay, what you just heard, I just mentioned to you that the problem is this one, the motivation is about this. Okay, so pretty much, those are the things that I really wanted to learn,
Good.
because knowing those things will probably, because the script is always in there. You can actually just read it out to them, but knowing those kind of things, especially it's not on the script, will make you help you out, get more or squeeze more details about them.
Yeah. And finding that pain point is the biggest thing when you get to when it's strictly just like a price game with sellers. Typically, in my experience, um, you know, usually not a game that we win most of the time because we're trying to wholesale these properties. So we're trying to get them at a price so low that we sell them to other investors and the other investors feel like it's a good deal. So when it's strictly just priced, they're looking at Zillow, they're looking at the internet, they're talking to their brother, uncle, son about everything. You know what I mean? So asking these questions, pulling that pain out, that's super important stuff. Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead. I'll run you through it once, and then I'll be the caller, and then you know I'll run through it. Um, so if there's anything that you have questions on or whatever, just let me know. Okay. So ring ring.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Chris. Is Marcus there?
Uh, yeah, this is him.
Right. Well, I'm actually just reaching out to you about a house at 133 Main Street. Does that ring a bell?
Uh, yeah, that's one of my houses, dude. How'd you get my information?
Oh, right. Well, my assistant did a public record search to see who was on the title, and your name and number came up. Well, we just wanted to see if you ever consider selling.
I mean, I've thought about it, you know, but I'm not really. you know, I'm old. You know, I just turned 72. So, the checks are coming in. I kind of just don't pay attention to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Well, that's actually understandable. Now, for if you don't mind me asking, is the house vacant? Is that being rented out?
All my houses are rented.
Oh, you have other houses aside from this one?
Yeah, I got about 10 of them.
Oh, okay. Now, how long have you owned the house?
That one, I'm not sure. I bought most of them in the early 2000s. So, you know, 20 years plus or minus a little bit.
And is the house it is still in a good shape?
To be honest with you, you know, I haven't done a ton of work on the last couple of years. My wife had cancer, you know what I mean? So I was kind of not worried about the rental so much, and I kind of just, you know, move people in there more to watch the houses. You know what I mean? I didn't do leases or nothing like that. You know, I just was trying to help people out. You know, they were kind of they said they'd take care of the houses for me and whatnot, so I gave them a deal on rent. You know.
Right. So your wife has a cancer. Well, sorry about that one. And how much are you renting it for?
Uh, I think that one that you're calling about on Main Street probably like $600, something like that.
Hmm. And you mentioned that it's been your rental property for quite a long time. What's keeping you from fixing it up?
To be honest with you, uh, you know, her medical bills really stacked up when she had cancer. Thankfully, she got past it. She's in remission now. But you know, it was very expensive for her to go through that process, and we were lucky that we had the rent coming in that we did. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made it. So we you know are trying to get over that financially, and these rentals with the cash I have coming in, I just kind of count it as a blessing.
I see. And I know it's kind of hard to deal with those things, especially for your wife. Well, it's a good thing that your wife is actually surviving. Now, if ever we're being interested with the house, do you have a particular price in mind for that?
Uh, no, I don't. I know houses are going crazy in that neighborhood, but mine ain't no real nice house or nothing. So you know, I'd be interested to hear what you had to say. What would you offer me?
Right. Well, making an offer is actually my manager's job. Well, just my job is just to check first if you would even, or if you're interested in selling the house. If ever, how soon are you looking to sell?
Um, I mean, shit, man. You can make me a good deal. I'll sell you all of them.
I see. How many houses do you have? I mean, how many rental properties you have aside from this one?
Like I told you, I have 10 of them.
10 of them. Okay then. And have you been thinking of selling those houses for a while now?
Uh, I mean, yeah, like I said, since my wife was sick, I didn't really want to take care of him anymore, and I'm an old guy now. I just kind of want to
Yeah.
enjoy the time I have left with my wife, and not think about anything like that.
I see then. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today. Well, this is the house that we've been interested in. Well, my manager will be running the numbers, and they will give you a call sometime today or tomorrow to put together an offer for you. Is this your best callback number?
Yeah.
Okay. And aside from this house, you mentioned you have another 10 houses. Would you mind getting those details for me? Can you confirm the address?
Uh, you know, I don't know. I don't have all the paperwork in front of me.
But it's okay. That's actually okay. Well, we just wanted to deal with this one out first. And again, my name is Chris. It was great talking to you, Marcus. You have a wonderful day.
Good. Okay. Um, so you did good there. Um, do you think you could have done anything better on that call?
Better. Yeah. Probably pushing on the actual pain motivation. Normally, what I would other things to say before ending the call. Pretty much stepping on the shoe. Well, I'm actually, to be honest, I'm a cancer survivor as well. I have four, um, what do you call this? Sessions. Well, it's very.
Chemo, yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
It's called chemo. That right? That's it.
Chemo. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been there to chemo. Well, that was when I was 12 years old.
You
So
really
that's
had
when I was.
cancer, bro?
Yeah, it's forgot what that was. Because I'm very little that time, so going to the hospital is just like a fun to me.
Yeah. You didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I,
It's actually good. Obviously, it was shitty that you had cancer, right? But
mm,
so the way that you're thinking is good though. So you want to relate what they're saying to your life in a small sort of way, right?
yeah,
So like, um, for me, what I would say is, oh yeah, like you just said, oh my grandma had cancer. Um, she had it 3 different times. I know it can be brutal on the family, or it can be really hard to cope with that sort of pain that your wife is going through, or just something. So it's not that you did bad, because you did good, because you were remarking, you were acknowledging, which is good. But always kind of lean into that pain a little bit, and you know, if you could have maybe pulled out a little, because obviously this is something that you'll learn too through talking to people. Like, did it seem like I wanted to talk to you?
hmm
So when it seems like someone wants to talk to you, ask them questions. Like,
related to what's going on.
no, no, like related to, oh, I know it's really expensive to fix up houses right now. Something like along those lines. Like kind of get into more like financial questions. So he's hearing, my wife had cancer. That sucks. I want to spend my time with her, which is the most expensive thing that we have is our time. And secondly, I can't afford to make any of those repairs. So, those are two huge pain points, right? So it's not that you didn't go into it, but if you ask a few more questions of a person like 72-year-old dude, very willing to talk to you, obviously, um, you know, try to see if you can ascertain a little more information about where they're at financially. So then you could be like, oh man, well, selling this house for 40 grand would probably really help you out, huh? Or something like that, so just, you know, try to consider that when you're uh, talking to these people, especially someone that is in kind of a shit situation, which that is. But also, like you said, relating it to your own experience helps build rapport. You know,
Yeah.
so that's another thing that I really want to impress upon you is building rapport with these people, because you know I'm not sure if you've had this case yet, but you know someone, you get off the phone with them, like, and you call them back, but you don't do follow-up, so it's like kind of different for you. But I'll call them back a year later and they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember talking to you, because I spent like 30 minutes on the phone with them or whatever. Like, remember that old lady that you spent like 15 minutes on the phone with, who had like cancer and she didn't want to move, all that kind of stuff? I bet if you called her back, you know, she'd be like, oh yeah, I remember talking to you. So building rapport with these people is, super, super vital. So, giving them your own experience and stuff like that, very, very important. Okay, so what we do you have any more questions on that?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. So I will be the caller. You be the seller now. Um,
Oh,
Fucking give me your own spiel. You know.
okay.
So, bro, don't feel dumb. So this is a very important part of the process. Say ridiculous shit to me, because if you
Yep.
make it easy, then like you're not learning very much. But if you say some
Yeah.
ridiculous shit, then you could help listen to what I say to people, and hopefully it'll help you say that to people in the future. So go ahead.
Ring ring. Hello.
Hi, is Chris there?
Yeah, this is Chris. Who's this?
Hey, Chris. My name is Marcus. I was actually giving you a call about your house at 123 Main Street. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, it is. What's going on?
Hey, Chris. I just wanted to see if you'd ever consider selling that house, man.
Well, if you have $300,000, yeah, I would sell it to you.
Okay, so you want 20 grand for it?
Uh, if you do have a money, well, you can talk to me.
We have plenty of money as long as it makes sense for us financially, and it's a win-win situation for us both. Now, let me ask you: that house on Main Street, is it a rental or are you living in it?
Well, I'm living in it right now. I just make some changes. So if you would cover that one out, new paints, carpets, floors, and roofs, I can bet I can give you the house.
Nice, man. When did you do all that stuff?
That's just a couple of months ago.
Nice. Okay, cool. Let me ask you. So, Chris, let's say I gave you 20 grand, and I said I want to buy the house. Where would you move to?
Well, I do have another house. That's a rental house. It's still under renovation. Under rehab. But yeah, I would look forward to sell that one out as well. But again, if you do have a money, yeah, well, we can talk that one.
Yeah, we have plenty of money. We're real estate investors here in South Bend. We buy rental properties. We do some flipping stuff like that, but for the most part, we just buy rental properties. So your house, I would imagine that would probably be a rental for us. Um,
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that you did some paint, some carpet, some other stuff. Uh, is the furnace and roof, are those both in pretty good shape?
Well, as I've said, everything's been changed. It's just like a brand new. Now tell me, if I'm gonna be dealing with you, what's the difference from other realtor? Because we do have someone who is actually talking to me right now about getting a house, which is much more better
Yeah.
criteria offer.
So the advantage to working with us, we can close quickly in as little as 10 days. We'll pay all of the title and escrow fees, and there will be no commissions. So for you, also, if it worked out that you needed to stay there after we close, we could also work that out with you as well. Now, working with the traditional realtor, you're gonna have to, probably move out of the house. You're gonna have to pay closing costs. You'll have to pay the realtor for selling the house for you. There's a lot of things that with the traditional transaction don't quite work for someone. Let me ask you, Chris, why would you want to sell it? Are you, do you like
Well,
need the money, or what's going on?
well, I've been moving a lot. Yeah, actually, probably I'll be moving to a different area, perhaps, and then I would like to sell other houses too. I have three, so as I've said, this house and the other house is just undergo recent changes. The other house, I'm not sure what to do with that one, but yeah, I'm moving it to a different area, so that's why I'm selling.
So let me ask you, what, you moving to another area for a job, or what's the deal with that?
Um, yeah, probably the job as well, and at the same time, my family would like to live in another place.
Yeah, I hear you. You definitely have to do what your family wants. You have kids and stuff, or
Yeah, I do. I
how,
do.
how many
My
kids?
wife would. Oh, that's two.
Okay,
Two
cool.
kids.
Nice, man. Yeah, I have a young son myself, and we got another one on the way. So I hear you when it comes to family. You got to do what they say. Um,
Yeah.
all right, Chris. Well, I mean, this would definitely be a house that we'd be interested in. I'm going to run the numbers with my business partner and my real estate agent, see exactly what we could pay for it. I think that your price sounds pretty close to the ballpark of what we could do, but I just want to confirm that with them. Now, is this the best contact number to get a hold of you on?
Yeah. Yeah. This will be it.
Okay, very good. And is this your cell? Can I text you on this one as well, or do you only?
No, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can use this phone.
Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do, I'll run the numbers with them, and I'll give you a call back here in the next, if not this afternoon, probably tomorrow morning. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Chris. I appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
You too.
Okay. So what? That was pretty easy. Your move out of area is your fucking go to, bro.
Yeah, I do have that one.
That's your
Couple
stock answer.
couple of months back.
Um, so what do you think about that call?
Well, the pain points in there is actually because of not just because of the money or whatnot. They just want to move in with their family, and we understand they're not family first.
Yep.
So pretty much what you did is actually good. I didn't think of that one. Asking for how many kids, or pretty much, oh, you have a family. So you were able to distinguish what's the main reason why he was actually moving in or selling the house.
Yeah, and see, I'm asking just very simple questions. You can't really put that kind of thing on a script, right?
Yeah.
But oh, you have a family. Oh man, how many kids do you have? And usually if someone says they have a family, they're not talking about strictly their wife. They're usually talking about children for the most part.
Yeah.
So nothing makes any adult more emotional unless they're a psychopath than like talking about their kids, right? So like saying, "Oh man, how many kids do you have?" Then the wheels start turning in their head, right? Like, "Oh man, we got fucking two kids, bro." And the wheels start turning, right? And then they start thinking about, "Oh well, I want to do what's right for them. Maybe this guy Chris can really help me out." Like so. Then another thing about asking these questions and that kind of stuff. So you want to start to, this is going to sound kind of ridiculous, but build a dream in their head of what could happen if they moved, right? Or if they sold that property to you, if it's a rental or fucking whatever, right? So sometimes, like saying, "Oh yeah, you got to do what's right for your family," then that'll start the wheels turning. Like, yeah, I sure do. I really have to move. I have to do this. I have to do that. I'm the breadwinner or fucking whatever. Because most of the time we're talking to dudes. So like that, or like when I asked the question, "Oh, if we gave you 20 grand, what do you think that you'd do with that money?" Asking a question like that. That's a super common question that I've done in scripting before. You know, like, "Oh, what would you do with the money?" You know, because you're kind of asking, "Hey, what's your whole fucking end game? What's your goal from this?" And if they say, "Oh, well, the money is not important as just freeing up my time so I don't have to deal with it," then we know we really don't have to lean in to the "Hey, what are you gonna do with the money? Wouldn't it be nice? Blah blah blah." Right? Be like, "Oh yeah, your time is everything." Something like that. So does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, dude. Do you have any more questions?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, let's get some high quality, motivated sellers today. Okay. And let's remember, you know, the goals that you and I discussed earlier this week. Remember, keep those in mind. Keep them at the forefront of your mind because the better you do, in turn, is the better that we do, and then the more we can pay you. So just always remember that, okay? And I know that cold calling people for 7 hours a day is very monotonous, and it gets boring for sure. But just remember, one call can lead to you know conversion this quick, and then all of a sudden you're making more money. So just remember that, okay?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, have a good day, okay?
You too. Have a good day. Thanks, Marcus.
Bye. All right, that is scripting for January 10th, 2025. I am hoping to film it every day so I can keep myself accountable for scripting, firstly, and so I can be a better teacher, so my callers can be better callers, so we can make more money. Thanks, guys.